Grandma always said this desk held secrets, not in some spooky ghost story way, but with a wistful smile. It's seen a lot of life, Sam. Her voice echoes in my mind now, soft yet heavy, as I stand in her attic weeks after her funeral. I never imagined those secrets would be so personal, so raw, cutting me open like a wound I didn't know I had. Clearing out her attic felt like piecing together the last fragments of a puzzle I'd never solve. Every box creaked with the scent of dust and memories, forgotten trinkets, faded ribbons, each a whisper of her laughter, her warmth. Then I found it, an old wooden desk, sturdy but unassuming, shoved into a shadowed corner. I tugged at it, desperate to see the wall behind, when a small click shattered the silence. My heart stuttered. A hidden compartment, just like in the movies, but real. Inside, nestled among yellowed photographs and a dried flower crumbling to ash, lay a single unsent letter. The wax seal was broken, the ink faded, addressed to a stranger, Arthur. A name that would soon claw its way into my every waking nightmare. My hands trembled as I unfolded the brittle paper, the edges crackling like brittle bones. The handwriting was Grandma's, unmistakable, yet frantic, a jagged scrawl unlike the elegant loops of her birthday cards. This was raw, desperate. Dear Arthur, it began, then spiraled into terror. I've made a terrible mistake. I can't tell anyone. He knows. Please, help me. Tears stung my eyes as I scanned the page, searching for context, for anything to anchor me. She mentioned the old mill fire, a local tragedy from decades ago, always brushed off as an accident, and the summer fair of '73. Just fragments, but they hit me like a punch to the gut. The cheerful woman who baked apple pies that filled the house with cinnamon, who held me when I cried, could she have been so afraid? So tangled in something sinister? My chest tightened, my breath shallow, as I tried to reconcile the grandma I loved with this haunted stranger. That letter became my obsession. Sleep betrayed me, offering only fractured dreams, flames licking the old mill, her whispered pleas echoing in the dark. I buried myself in online archives, in the musty shelves of the library, chasing an Arthur tied to her past. Arthur Thompson, a reclusive architect, respected in the '70s, vanished without a trace years after the letter's date. The local paper called it a personal matter, but the air hummed with whispers, unpaid debts, a sudden flight. Nothing solid, just shadows. I turned to Dad, to Aunt Carol, my voice cracking. Did Grandma ever mention an Arthur? Their faces hardened, eyes flickering with something unspoken. Old friends, dear. A long time ago, Dad mumbled.
Old friends, dear. A long time ago, Dad mumbled, steering the conversation away. The mill fire, just a tragedy, nothing more. It was a wall of silence, a fortress of half-truths. They knew something, or nothing, and it felt like they were shielding a secret I was clawing to uncover. My search dragged me to the old mill's ruins, a skeleton of crumbling bricks choked by weeds. The air hung heavy, thick with the ghosts of the past. I clutched the letter, its weight burning my palm, pacing the perimeter, feeling her fear seep into my bones. Then I saw it, a carving etched into the foundation, deliberate, not random, an M intertwined with an E, not Grandma's initials, not Arthur's. My mind spun, a name surfacing from her photo albums. Uncle Edward, always smiling, always the life of our gatherings, a pillar of our town. The initials were his. My stomach churned. How could he be tied to this, to Arthur's disappearance, to her terror? The pieces slammed together, a horrifying mosaic. The mill fire wasn't an accident. Arthur had uncovered something, structural flaws, a danger tied to Edward's business dealings. He'd planned to expose it. Grandma knew. That letter was her frantic plea, a lifeline to Arthur before Edward silenced him forever. Arthur didn't just vanish, he was erased. And my charming, beloved Uncle Edward, the man who carved the turkey at our holidays, was the architect of it all. A perfect cover-up, decades of silence and fear holding it together. My knees buckled, a sob tearing from my throat. Grandma hadn't just feared for herself, she'd feared for Arthur, for me, for us all. The monster she couldn't name in her letter, the one who controlled everything, was family. The letter was never sent. She must have been stopped, or too terrified, or decided the risk would destroy us. But its message found me, a burden I never asked for, a truth that could shatter my world. I hold the faded paper now, its words searing my soul like a brand. My uncle, a murderer, a deceiver, the man I admired, laughed with, trusted. And Grandma lived her final years haunted by this, her silence a shield for us all. What do I do? Expose him, rip my family apart, ruin lives, based on a letter from the grave? Or bury it again, as she did, and carry this gnawing weight alone? My hands shake, tears blurring the ink. I can still smell her apple pies, hear her laughter, and now her silent scream. The biggest secret is mine, and it's tearing me apart.